waiting on you. My heart is filled with love, waiting on you. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I have set the table, poured us a glass of wine, poured us a glass of wine. Even lit us a nice, beautiful fire. Tonight I wanna soothe each and every one of your desires. Oh, baby, can I take you just a little bit higher? I'm here waiting on you. Soon, please, girl, come on home to me. Put my mind at ease. 'Cause I'm here waiting on you with so much love, the love that I keep giving you. I've set the place, the fire's burning and I can't wait to caress you, to hold you in my arms. Oh girl, I wanna hear all about your day. I want you to feel safe from harm. I want you to relax, girl. Oh, I can't wait for you to get home. To come on home, girl. Oh yeah, get home, get home, get home. When you get home, I wanna hold you, I wanna console you, I wanna hold you. Can I console you? Oh girl, I know it's been a long day. I want you to relax, baby. Can you get here? Can you get here?
Celebrate all of you. You are far smarter than you can ever imagine. There is no obstacle that you cannot overcome, no problem that you cannot solve, and no goal that you cannot achieve by applying your mind to your situation. Go on and
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Monday, Happy Monday, y'all. Welcome to Real Talk Uncensored on Beltway Radio and Beyond. I'm your esteemed host, Kiki. And this is our guest today, Miss Nomi, the Kawasaki rider, who is sitting in for my empty chair over here. So y'all know Tone will not be here for the next couple of weeks. He got some business he got to handle. So in his absence, we going to make this motherfucking shit do what the motherfucking shit motherfucking do.
And I am not a yeller.
And over here to my right, since I introduced myself, I introduced her, we got Lufa Sponge. Good morning, Lufa. No. You know Lufa is green or blue or something before they dry it out and it turns white.
Does it?
They dye it.
I
yeah.
did not know.
Yeah, they dye it. Yeah,
didn't know that?
I've seen the process.
Okay.
It's on YouTube.
Another thing that reminds me of loofah is that's really big right now is sea moss. That reminds me oddly of sperm. That's why I would not eat it. They said it has all. So I was looking at the news the other morning, right?
Wait a minute. We're not gonna skip over.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back. Sea moss is also like dark or whatever when it's in the water, and they dry it out and then they grind it up and they do whatever and it turns into sperm, oddly. But they said that we have 100 nutrients and sea moss has 92 of the 100 that we need.
Yes,
and
I did hear that.
So have you ever had it?
No, but I've never seen it dried out. I've seen I've seen it sold with the wet. It looks wet, but I never.
Sperm. You had it.
I never seen it look like.
You haven't? If you seen it in its rare form, like you've had a spoonful of it?
I've mostly Far Eastern people eat it. So
Yeah.
I had it. I put it in a little with my fried rice one time. So it's not bad. It's bitter, but it's not bad.
I've seen the flavors. Like I have a friend who sells it. And
I got people that I can't. It's a texture thing for me. I'm not even a texture person, but with that
part.
it just. I told you the time. I think I told y'all the time the girl came in the shop and bought me whale sperm and want me to wash her hair with it, and it just threw me off. Like, yeah,
no.
I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a break.
Run. First is the baby's placenta that they eat, and now she wanted to know who told her the whale sperm was good for hair, and why does she know that whale sperm was good for her hair?
How did they get it? That's all we was talking about. Was like, how did we get it? Good morning, y'all. Sweetie. Girl, we got Pone on here. What's up? Oh, before we get started, I want to let everybody know, is this thing on? That Double Down Riders' last bike night for the season is this Wednesday. It will be themed, so please look out for the flyer. The scuttlebutt was that the last 2 times ago was our last night, but this time is the last day of the season. Yeah, we a little bummed out because we started late, and it through no fault of our own. It was all their business that they had to be handled, but we're going to end it for the season this Wednesday. So y'all pull up, and we are the Sons of Solomon. If y'all know them, we're going to be hosting them. So come on out. Y'all have some drinks. Y'all have some good times and meet some new people and some good people.
And some old people.
And some old people, especially the old people, because Sons is old. So
No, they're not. They're seasoned. They're not old. But listen, the Double Down annual game night at the house, we decided to cancel because half of our club are bartenders and they're doing something at their establishments, and there's just a lot going on, and we know that they couldn't be with us, and so we decided to cancel ours.
Yeah.
We just gonna be out supporting everybody that's having something. So y'all will see us out.
Yep. I'm going to be dressed up as a bad bitch. I don't know.
A witch?
A bad bitch.
Oh, you're not that little girl.
I'm not. No. Yes. The little meme thing, whatever. So, sorry, y'all, but we're going to pick it up next year. But it's just game nights in our brains is a party. It means people have to be there because so much stuff is going on. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for us to do it. So, but next year, see y'all. And we'll see y'all at these places out and about. Dubs and L's.
Dubs and L's.
The Ravens. Did y'all have to do my Detroit? Do the Detroit Lions like that?
I knew it. I knew it. Win or lose, you'll find a way to represent them.
Did y'all have to do them like that?
Yes.
I mean,
Literally,
happened?
yes.
What happened? Talk to me. What happened?
No, it's an ass whooping that need to be done.
oh,
So, and everybody kept saying this about coming back from Britain will, be affecting them. Didn't. Everyone, and then on top of the fact of the, some of the games that they were playing, they should have killed most of those teams, and they did. So, yeah, we had to prove a point.
I'm sad.
This team is 7-0, and it with a 5-2 record. Plain and simple.
So, is it safe to say that Detroit was exposed? Like
No,
just never
no,
played
no.
nobody?
They
I just wanna make sure, 'cause I heard that.
I'm
I
saying,
heard that yesterday.
I'm saying this. I'm saying the fact that like Detroit is a foe that was a worthy opponent, but they just, as much as they could, whatever excuses they gave them, it's like, oh, this guy wasn't here, this guy wasn't there. No, it's like, look, Detroit played. They still, fought back as best as they could, but to be fully honest with you, no. They needed an ass whooping and they got one.
What game was you watching? You said they fought back?
A little,
They
the second
tried.
they tried. Like I
They
said,
tried.
a little bit. Like I said a little bit. When they scored that touchdown, that was their moment. And then the Ravens realized it's like, no.
Yeah.
they tried a little.
Yeah, they just a little bit.
They tried to make it a game because they was getting their ass whooped in the first half, and then they had a little fight but they did put out those that knockout punch and all that.
They drugged them. I don't care. They put something in their drinks.
Oh no!
I don't care.
Okay, but later for them Ravens. How about my Steelers?
That's a joke game.
Zone
That's why
hates.
I ended up watching Kansas City
Zone
and the other LA games. So because
Zone hates.
I'm not hating.
What about that game was a joke to you?
It was to me. I felt like between whatever the Rams are, they're not that. So because it's either they're that good or there's something off. Steelers, I really feel like I don't see Pickett as being your guy.
She said the same thing though.
But
I mean, he's there. He's filling a spot.
on the low, I've said that he wasn't my choice. I did not want them to take him in the draft, and I said he gets 2 seasons to prove that he should be there.
Right.
Because for real, I was mad that they picked up him, and then I was mad that they got mustache.
So I mean, the Steelers have to have a really bad season to really get a good quarterback in a draft. And they're not going to do that.
Listen,
unless they trade for one, and they're not going to do that.
and they're not going to do that.
So yeah, I mean, to be honest, like I said, they're a good team. Yeah, they're good, not bad, but
they're decent.
They're decent.
and our defense.
yeah,
is
they'll
what
keep you in
has
games.
kept
So
us in the
they'll keep you in games. I just feel the Rams. I think it was a missed opportunity to do some damage, and they didn't.
It was. I'm a Matt Stafford. Listen, come on.
He's not in Detroit anymore.
He's not.
And
I know,
he-
but still, I'm a man. I like Matt Stafford. I like players too. You know that.
I know.
I got one team.
You got two one and a goose, and then that's what you got. Let's be honest. Keep it 100.
So what about them Reds?
Yeah,
Commanders.
them
What
Commanders.
the hell?
They have no offensive line.
I heard that some people yesterday. Look,
Somebody I seen on Facebook. Somebody put out this is what they typed. It wasn't even a meme. It was their thoughts. It
Okay.
said, "Dear Magic Johnson, please fire the entire Redskins team and start over again like y'all did with management."
Oh no, they want them to fire the players. too?
Everybody, fire everyone.
No, Chase Young can stay. But the dumb. I wish you could. I wish I could. Yeah, and Sweat can stay. Montana, yes.
Okay.
And Odell Beckham, who was not on that team, but Jesus.
Bro,
Saquon Barkley, who was not on that team, but Jesus. Joseph and Mary. When that anyway, we can't do this. Tone, we can't girl out. Can we girl out?
We can girl out. Tone ain't here.
Tone is not here. Did y'all see the thighs on Saquon Barkley?
Bruh.
Did y'all
I'm
see
out of
the-
this conversation.
You out?
He said he's out of the
So,
conversation.
did y'all see the thighs?
I saw
Good
them.
morning,
Them
Rob.
thighs was thighs.
He said Steelers are lucky.
Okay, and it's a W.
So Rob, since you're on here, good luck to your Giants. Y'all did a good job yesterday. I think I'm yelling. I think that Redskins didn't prepare for them. They forgot they got Saquon Barkley. They forgot that when it's time for them Bama's to show up. And who wants to lose to the Redskins? Who?
I mean, if they lose to the Redskins, that team has been retired for. You mean the Commanders?
Oh, the Commanders. Like who wants to lose to the Commanders? Y'all got embarrassed. Like no, so honestly, it threw me off because I know they was up 13. They took that back, and then it was downhill. Like Howell ain't y'all guy, and people were saying Howell is not y'all guy. And I wish somebody from the Redskins Commander standpoint would jump in here and say something. If you think that I'm lying, you think that I got it wrong, please set me straight. Shannon Sharp lipstick. So can I just leave that there, or do we need to discuss Shannon Sharp's lipstick?
We can discuss it because I also saw when he got on his podcast with Ocho Cinco,
and he explained it away.
And when he was talking about you, he was like, "Look, I can own up to it." He said my lips was
popping.
So my lips was lipsticking. He said, but he said I was a little ashy, and it was a new girl. She was trying to help me out, and figured that if she put some like everything he said, it was funny, and because he was able to grasp it. He didn't take no exactly. But you know how a lot of people would have a like fuck y'all, blah blah blah. He didn't. He came out and.
I don't even see where somebody could come and say fuck y'all. I just would ask that every publication of that picture be removed. I need it to be deleted. That's what I would ask.
Yeah, his lips were lined up more than mine right now.
You know, it's a meme going around that's saying that they like it when girls have 5% tin.
Not 5%.
That shit was popping. That shit was popping. I'm not gonna do top tier Caucasity in Tone's voice, but I'm gonna discuss some stuff. I don't feel I can't do it like Tone. Tone got the whole speech, so we just gonna bypass. We're gonna bypass the top tier Caucasity and we're gonna jump into something else. He is not our guy, says Lene. It's different watching instead of being there. I know it is, Tone. Look, hi, miss you dearly. So
I'm not sitting in your seat, Tone. I'm over here.
We're going to do some nigga shit, though.
Oh,
so,
shit.
This week on Niggas Gonna Nigga, 10 workers at an Indian fast food joint faced allegations of stealing money from drive-through patrons' credit cards to deposit in local jail inmates' account. You better call call Nomi ex-boyfriend, y'all. After their release using the stolen funds, the inmates were allegedly directed to ATMs by the restaurant staff, who then purportedly demanded the remaining funds from the jail-issued debit cards. These employees stationed at Hardee's in Michigan City, Chicago, accrued a minimum of $14,700 from the purported scam. Suspicions arose among LaPorte County Jail personnel last month when certain inmates unexpectedly began amassing significant funds from unidentified sources. The inmates promptly posted bail and exited the jail. Surplus funds intact on their jail-specific debit cards. At this time, the Hardee's crew siphoned off the residual amounts for personal gain. Upon probing, investigators found that some staff members had covertly photographed customers' credit cards. So this is how they do it. They photographed customers' credit cards and debit cards at the drive-thru, subsequently using those funds for fraudulent purposes. Affected customers currently seek to reclaim their lost money via their banks. So you can't pay at the drive-thru with your card no more?
You know what? It's been a minute since I have done that because every restaurant, fast food to sit down, has an app now.
Oh, you don't.
So
with your phone?
You can have a payment on your phone, and through the app you can put your debit card or whatever in the phone. So all I do is order it through the phone and just go pick up. Like if I'm going through McDonald's or Wendy's, Burger King, like any of those, you order through the app because you get points. so you can use that to get something free later. And I pay, everything is done through my phone. I pay on my phone, and then all I'm going up and saying, hey, mobile order, this is my code, and I go up to the window and get my food. So it's been a minute since I've actually handed over my card. So if they're still doing it, these are the people who are just like, not, I only go here once a year, like, that type of thing. Like, I'm going to stop here just because I need a soda or I need a drink or I need a sandwich real quick, or the ones who just don't know about the apps. Maybe they're that older generation. I don't know. Because I don't. I have gone over only because.
Well, I'm glad I don't frequent. I don't. And I always got cash. I touch money all day at my job, so I always have cash. So I'm just so glad. But y'all keep on the lookout because niggas is out here. They doing what the fuck they do. And speaking of niggas in D.C., I've been watching the news every morning, right? And on the news, the topic or the heading of everything is city under siege.
Yep.
So
it is.
I cannot believe this. These youngins are stealing cars, BMWs namely, and selling them on Instagram.
Oh, that's the thing. They're
for $1,500.
Yes, they will where people have it where you can rent out their personal vehicles and stuff. There is a website, there's an app where to make your money, like you for the weekend, somebody
rent out my car.
Yes, can rent out your car, and they take everything that you put on that ad. And then they will put it on Craigslist or Instagram or something.
My car?
Yes. And then tell them, like, as soon as I was like, I'm going to get you the title. People be stupid, and we will try to buy something without the title. And then you got to go. They got possession of the car, and you're trying to get your car back. I've seen that, too. Yes. What? They do it with houses.
Yeah, I've seen that with houses.
But they're
my friend did that with a house before. Remember, we used to go over
Shut
that
up.
bitch. Look,
big mansion house.
I knew something was weird, but I didn't look. I just, hey, we in here. Thank God the police did not come, young. Like, I was over that.
We was stupid over that joint.
Like, post it. So another thing, so the reason why I'm able to report this to y'all about the kids and the BMWs is because they are so immature, I'm going to use these words, immature that they led the police right to where all the cars is at. They drove, like, and the police found it and they in trouble.
So not only is this going to be one of the high murder years for DC. So now y'all doing dumb shit with the cars too, and then you leading the police. Like, okay, I'm not going to try to celebrate the criminals back in our day, but we was a little smarter.
I was trying to say teach our kids how to be better criminals without
I mean, it cannot all be for the gram. Everything's not for the gram.
Nothing is.
Nothing, and for real, you're not a celebrity on the gram. You don't even get your 15 minutes of fame. You might get 2.
I mean, Hellcats for 1,500, Corey said. And what? Hey, Brit. So moving on to laughable Latinos. Please listen to this in its entirety. White man, I hope that I sent this to you so we can get, because you're not gonna believe this. Giovanni Quintella Bezzetta, hope I rolled my R's correctly, who at that time in a cesarean procedure, was assigned to look at the pregnant woman's head. He then went into cover, let loose his penis, and shoved it in her mouth while she was lying down, and the other doctors were still performing the operation.
What?
After Becerra finished doing the act, he then takes a tissue, bless his heart, and wipes the woman's mouth to conceal the evidence of his crime.
What?
The hospital staff installed a hidden camera to watch over him after developing suspicions and concerns about the doses of medication the doctor was giving his patients.
Time out. Time out.
Hold on. For those who are concerned, he is no longer an anesthesiologist. A meeting was held last night. It was decided to suspend him indefinitely. He will face rape charges and a prison sentence of 18 to 15 years.
Okay.
What's your question?
So a lady was having a procedure.
Yes.
And were the other doctors in there while he was doing this?
Yes. Did
How
I
do
send
you-
you that video?
How do you
Did I
not?
send- You can't. Can you look it up? Because you definitely can look it up. I found it. If I could show y'all the video, like you see him, he's beside. It was removed. So check Google. Like it was removed. Where I found it at. I tried. Listen, I tried to record that joint so I can give it to you. But let me set the scene for you. So
Okay.
operating room, all the blue, everybody's
Yeah.
whatever. The cover. You've seen this cesarean before, right? There's a cover separating the woman and the procedure.
Right.
The doctor, there's an anesthesiologist who comes in and gives her the medication, who puts her under, is standing here at the top. That's in any procedure, right? Any of those procedures
Right.
like that. They had, because he gives the meds, he has to monitor her, right? And you see him smooth pull out his penis, and you see him, how, so I've heard, how dudes, so I've heard, how they, anyway, he's making a move, and you can see where it. To me, it just
And
seemed and she is got her head. He turned her head. Look, and you see him pushing her. Yo, I was so disgusted. I was mad when I saw it. I was mad.
Oh, he gotta die. He not suspended indefinitely. That nigga gotta die.
Many women have come out because what people don't. Here's a smart fact. When you are in anesthesia, under anesthesia, right? Be it twilight, be it local, be it because general is you sleep, right? And a lot of those procedures, the women are awake. It's localized, it is given to a certain area, so you can't feel them cut 7 layers of your 7 layers of your skin and fat and all that, and get to your baby. So the pressure you feel. These people can see, they just can't speak.
They can't speak and can't say.
They can hear, and they definitely can taste. I would be mortified.
Yo, he has to die.
Yeah.
Because anyway.
So you wake up from a procedure, and you just keep thinking back, Naomi, like, damn, I'm just, because you're not in the now, you know what I'm saying? But it's a thought. What? And then you find out this happened. You see what would you fucking do?
He has to die. If it came out like it's actual proof now, and it's something that's always been in my head, because people are like, girl, you was under, you was imagining like what's in your mind, like what you watch before.
Yeah.
No,
What you eat?
Exactly. What you eat no. I promise you.
We got it. Please look at this, y'all. Oh my God, I'm so sick. Oh, they put the.
Wow.
Because they blurred it they either blurred it or whatever, but yeah. So.
Wow.
You see the lady head? You see her cap she got on? Look. This stinking bitch.
That's a job for MS
MS-13.
13. One of
MS-13.
He in Brazil.
Making women get, oh my God. Listen. And y'all be running over to get these BBAs.
Right. No, thank you.
What's your thoughts? Loofah sponge?
I agree. I think this guy, besides jail, he should be under the jail and then under that jail. Yeah, if that was my wife being done by, I would be absolutely livid. And mind you, they said this was posted a year ago, so pretty much they were like investigating this.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He gotta die.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
If y'all I want to hear y'all comments on this, please. If y'all could just call in so I can hear it in real time. 301-761-1040. I just want to know your thoughts on this, and what if it was one of your family members? Like, I get you gotta die, Nomi, but how does that happen?
Listen, I'm going to call somebody to wherever he is locked up at. If one of my relatives got to go get locked up wherever they're holding him, Bruh, don't come to South Carolina. He lucky. He not in the jail in South Carolina because I'd make some phone calls.
Oh my goodness.
Like, no, my family's got to avenge this. If I can't get to him, somebody, we all avenging this. And it's just the fact that I trusted you and all these other doctors that were in there and didn't see. He's smooth. He tried to be smooth with it, but yeah, it's a problem.
This reminds me of an old school Law and Order episode, and the therapist that the police officer used, she got raped by her gyno, and he used a local to, do what initially it was. He fingered her, but then she went back to try to catch him. And he used a local anesthesia, and pretty much he was feeling it, but she wasn't. But even though she kind of was, and it is.
Anybody else, did that just change our mood? Like, listen, when I said tone, I'm angered. Like, who do I write? Dear
Brazilian congressman, I don't know.
Palestinians, dear Hamas. And then Hamas, what's the name of them?
Yes.
Hamas.
No, it's Hamas. Yes.
Dear Hamas, I got somebody
for y'all to be bombing. Right.
Here's a free ticket to. He should go over there. That should be his punishment. Is to go see Hamas
and see how he gonna survive there.
Yeah. Speaking of them, y'all, we sorry they're going through it. It is, if y'all catching up the news and y'all looking at it, y'all pray for these people, like, because eventually that's gonna spin the block.
It already is, and the protests they're clashing here in DC and everywhere else. Like it's not even a good look for us.
First, they don't take cash at the Audi, and now this. What am I doing?
Nobody wants your mom.
So the news is going crazy, y'all. Here's an exciting fact in the news is that they're bringing back cursive writing for kids.
Oh, because they can't sign their names.
Since 2010, they changed the law. Yes, they changed the law saying that the kids don't have to learn cursive writing, and then you look at it and they texting, their penmanship is terrible or lack of. You get them to write something and it looks like whatever. I did not realize that was a mental health aspect, like that they don't have pens. They don't even, I didn't know that was a mental health aspect.
I didn't even think of it.
Wait, what?
It's a mental health aspect, like social media and the phone usage and how, like, that's a mental health aspect.
Okay, so they're not teaching them cursive is affecting their social development. Is that what you're saying?
They're saying that it does. It does.
Who?
They.
Who's they?
They.
I just saw They Lives with Roddy Piper. If you talk about those weird aliens, then I can understand that. But
they are
no.
stating that social media, because it takes over what we used to know. So let me go here with the cursive first. The cursive writing it affects them in their development. It does say that. Like I didn't realize when they were saying teaching cursive. I was like, teaching, but I guess you have to. It is learning to never lift your pen up. It is learning. There's something in that developmentally that is that's affiliated and tied to cursive writing that kids ain't getting because they ain't cursiving.
Right. Yes.
I'm gonna go back. Ain't cursiving. All right. that part. Here's what I believe this relates to. Either A, we gotten to the point where we are so lackadaisical of how to properly teach children to do even a basic thing.
Anything, yes.
And cursive writing is a basic thing. I mean,
it's
I've
a
always
basic thing because we grew up with it and we knew, we were taught it. When they stopped teaching it, it's not basic anymore. Like to seriously I sat down, may he rest his soul, with Shamar And I was like, oh no, we gonna. I said, this is how Aunt Erica. Can you read this? And he could pick out certain letters, but for him to do it, like I had old school. I went and got the old school paper that had the solid lines and the dotted joint, trying to show him. And he was already 10 at the time. At 10, we knew how. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You started learning cursive in what, second or third grade?
Right.
Second grade.
So you're like 8 or 9. He was 10.
You take the whole school year to go through A. You do
A
a week.
Yeah,
I get that, but the big thing is,
but at 10, he could pick out certain letters because they looked like printed letters. An F? No, he didn't know what the heck an F was because an F in cursive doesn't look like an F.
Yeah, it don't.
And you know what I'm saying? So certain letter he could not, and he was 10. It wasn't my baby was smart. It wasn't like he was stupid. However, it's not as we think it is common because we learned it so young. These kids nowadays, they're not learning it, so it's not common.
But it was uncommon when they took it out. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, how is that even on all the shit that the world can go through? Why is cursive writing like
because I due to the fact that they rely on, like, a tablet, a cell phone, all that stuff, they just type it in, and everything's automated when you.
But even my digital
documentations now,
but even my digital signature, I had to actually go in and sign it for it to be captured at work. When we sending out documents or it gets sent to me, like something I have to sign, it's already captured in there. But I had to actually go and make my signature. I had to do that. Right. So you're not telling me that they don't need to learn this?
To me, listen, this the way I see it is, when you write cursive, that is your most unique form of how you write. Yes. Because I've always seen this, like, everybody wants to be nowadays famous, and it's like, okay, sign your autograph, and all you're gonna do is what? And it's like, can I have your tablet? Can I have your? No, it's like I like to see a unique signature, even though it's not. You can't tell what's what, but seeing that it's like, this is their handwriting, this is who they are. And once I got older, I have my way of writing my, cursive wise, writing my name. You may not see the whole full name of it, but then again, that's me.
Yeah, exactly.
But
in the dark, in the night, in the left, to the right, that is you.
Yeah. So, but for these kids, it's like, if you feel like just typing in your name is you, no, it's not. It could be anybody. And if you want, the way I see it is like, we're allowing this. I am a futurist. I liked how the future is going, but still in some form of way, you still have a little bit of old school somewhere, and this is old school. And I feel like they depriving people of that, because if you look at their hidden episodes of Star Trek where you see Captain Kirk writing with a pen onto a tablet because he has to sign something off of it. So there's still some of that essence there.
So Janine, Sunkiss has a great point. Sunkiss says that my family don't play about cursive writing. We kept it going when they took it away. And my thing is, you don't have to allow always the institutions to decide what stays and what goes. And I feel like just because something is old, I think it stands it stands well to know it. I think because everything there's nothing new under the sun. And then when things regress, people get caught up in stuff. I learned that at work every day of the week. We're moving in a digital age right now. But then when the unfortunate generator shuts down an update comes up, or we in downtime and you using paper forms, everybody is stuck. I keep a lot of things going. I learned it, so and you just never know when you're going to use it.
You never know. Look, Janine also said, Sunkiss also said, he's like, yeah, and they need to bring back telling time as well.
Yes. Yes, learning the
hands on the clock. And Brittany
That's
also,
true.
you see, Britt said, he's like, I bought cursive books for my kids, so I wasn't going to let them fall. Let that fall in my household.
All right.
Yes, Britt.
They're going to let AI write it for them. Hey,
That's
Nene.
True.
Today's the 23rd. I think the Libras is out of here.
Yeah, Libras is done. It's them stinking ass.
Stinking, crazy ass Scorpios. You got to love them. You got to love Scorpios. Welcome. If we got any on here, going on here. You on here, kiss the fattest part of my ass.
Kiss the flattest part of my
Normie said, "Kiss the flattest part of her ass if you a Scorpio." And you okay, so they killing judges,
Bruh.
They following judges.
They
home?
following judges home and killing them dead in his driveway. Yes, and this was on some family court stuff.
It was a Latino,
and it was a Latino, bruh. I was shocked all the way around.
No, to me, you know where I
Bruh,
live.
he followed him. He was like, bruh, you just ruined and you gave her the
All
custody
of,
and then he said, oh no, somebody's got to die, and he followed through. Why do you think I said MS-13 for the Brazilian? Because that lets him know. Anyway,
dear Hamas, dear Hamas, we up in that.
Here, you need this.
I was flabbergasted. Like, really, nothing really shocked me. That shocked me.
That
threw me off.
And it was in Hagerstown, Maryland. Like, if y'all don't know about Hagerstown, Maryland, it is not even qualified as a suburb of DC because it's so far away, but it's close. It's 45 to an hour from us.
That's it.
But and
there's probably 12 people in Hagerstown. Like.
No, there's 13. My cousin lives there. There's 13.
And my brother lives there. Like,
so there's about 13 people. But still, like, he in Hagerstown followed him to his driveway with his family the judge's family in the house.
What does that say to the next person or the next judge today that's in court right now? How you think that's going to affect how proceedings will go? No, I mean,
not saying it. They are professionals. Yeah. They are judges, so they know that they still have to give their judgment according to the law, even if it's not in somebody's. But however, they did step up. Every judge in that county had police officers at their house, and they had an escort. Now I don't know how long they're planning on doing it because they hadn't found the guy that did it. Yeah, they knew who it was, they haven't found him yet.
So if they was killing housing authority people,
bruh, I'm not going to work.
but I'm just saying, like, if you just looked up one day and all across the country, housing authority people, what's your position?
I'm a housing inspector, so they see me. Yes,
they killing housing inspectors. Like, how are you going to go to work the next time that you go and do your job? How?
Oh, we double teaming. Like, I will usually I got to go do my inspections by myself. I've been doing it for about 7-8 years, and I've not really had a hostile person that I couldn't handle. However, before I started doing that position and I was somewhere else, I did have to accompany because there was other females that were inspectors, but they were like, I don't like his vibe, like I don't like this person, and I don't want to be alone in their apartment doing the inspection, and they're intimidating. Like, I'm a big girl, so most of the guys who thought that they, that other ones were scared of and intimidating, these were other black females asking me to go. It wasn't like Sally or whoever, that are scared. But yeah, this one guy, there was only one time I was like, hey, I'm gonna need you to go over there and sit on your couch and let me finish doing. But we double up. But if I have to go out, like for real, I already told my supervisor, bruh, I am licensed to carry.
That's it. That's it.
That's it, and that's all. So if I'm sitting on this bench, I'm pretty sure the judge is, but they, the judges and all them, they've been giving a detail.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yes, they've been given detail. Like I said, they have cops at their house, and they have a detail while know.
Listen. I am mad at that Virginia judge who hit me with that $700 ticket, but I would never want him to die. Like right. I am mad at you, Judge. Yes, and you suspended my shit for 6 months. I am mad at you, but I would never.
I don't know his train of thought that because he didn't even the wife got full custody, and I don't know with the if he got visitation or whatever, but he was not happy. Like, but if he's doing this, that I can understand why the judge didn't grant him.
This is, and you smooth, like you ain't been caught yet. Hoover said if we go to Hagerstown, we definitely going to jail.
Not outlets in the jail, Corey.
Oh no. we cannot get the underwire to stay in my bra, but they finally found the person that killed Tupac. Just saying. I'm just catching y'all up on some stuff.
Yeah, true. But I mean, it took them 20 years though, Kiki.
And I've been wearing bras at least 40. So I just,
right.
I don't know. I don't know. Dear
Playtex.
Just saying. There was an incident that happened. I think we did not cover it, and I wanted to. That it's ridiculous but true news. New video obtained by Fox 5 shows the moment a retired DC lieutenant shot and killed 25 years. This happened a while ago, maybe in August.
Ago,
sorry. No, August.
Yeah, 22.
Okay. Shot and killed 25-year-old Marika Mannion during a police training in Anacostia Library last year. Marika Mannion was a young mom and a new homeowner on August 4th, 2022, when she and a group of special police officer trainees just finished baton training at the library. The training was being led by private contractor 59-year-old Jesse Porter. Following the training, the group gathered to take a photo. Mannion was in the middle of the group and turned around to remove her mask, and the shooter removed her mask, and the guy ends up shooting her. So what they end up saying was he was playing with the gun. This trainer was playing with a loaded gun, ended up shooting this girl and killing her. And he was only sentenced to 3 years. Yes.
You took the class, and I took the class to get your license to legally own not a motorcycle, but a gun, right?
Yeah.
What was the one thing them trainers was telling
Don't point nowhere you don't intend to shoot.
And your finger should not off the trigger. Yes.
You should have it's trigger discipline. You don't.
This is a retired police officer who is also, he's retired from the police force, but you are got a contract and you're specializing in your personal job now is to be training other police officers and special police officers, which means that you know better. So playing with the gun, I've never seen no officer or anybody that play with the gun. Like no, regardless if it got real bullets or none.
And I hate to say it, he was our cousin.
Exactly, that too, and I was mad about that.
I was very mad.
I was mad about that.
Let's go to some, I know you fucking lying news of the day, page 9. A Georgia man got the shock of his life when he received a $1.4 million speeding ticket. Fortunately for him, the figure was just a placeholder. Connor Cato told Savannah News that the Georgia State Patrol pulled him over for speed 90 in a 55-mile-an-hour zone on September 2nd. Cato was expecting to get a super speeder ticket. Never in his wildest dreams did he think it would be for over $1 million. When he called the court thinking the figure was a typo, he was told he should either pay the fine or appear in court in December.
My bitch ass gonna be in court.
Just saying.
What could
the video ended? White man, the video ended. That's what they're saying.
On
Facebook.
where?
Facebook.
Oh, it's froze. It definitely is froze on Facebook.
It's over.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Because it still say is live now. Hold on.
Hold on, y'all, because we still going on, huh? Yeah, we still going live on the other sources. But the man went to court and he's thinking it was a typo, and it definitely was not. I'm on YouTube now, so if y'all get a moment, go to YouTube until he can find out what's going on. $1.4 million ticket for going 45 miles over the speed limit, and it's a real ticket. 2, 4.
Right. 45.
If you
over.
if you think I'm gonna pay the ticket, you give me an option.
Right.
That was a typo. Pay the fine or appear. That's a typo.
Yes. And then I called and you told me to either pay the fine or what? If y'all don't.
You got us back on? So hang on.
Yeah.
I'm doing that right now. Hold on. So, give me a few moments while I do this little thingamabob. Okay, y'all. I don't know what happened with that. However, go on over to YouTube or Twitch or Instagram or Twitch, Instagram, or YouTube to catch us. We still on live. Also, Beltway Radio and Beyond. Go there too. I don't know what happened. It must be a Facebook thing that's going on, but I know a lot of y'all are on there. So come on over. Climb on over here. We going, y'all. Take care. See ya. People are texting me now and saying, where are you? Okay. Post now. Okay, so moving right along. 70 Broward Sheriff employees accused in a massive PP loans fraud scheme.
Broward?
Sheriffs.
Wow.
Sheriffs.
That's Broward County in Miami? I mean, in Florida?
Yes,
Okay.
the same Broward County that was making their own cocaine.
Right.
To sell back in the day when they was trying to entrap people. That's the same Broward County. So they have. So let me read it. They say several. Okay. By misrepresenting their employment status, they qualified for large loan amounts that ultimately did not have to be repaid. Essentially, free money courtesy to U.S. taxpayers. Several bought Lamborghinis and posted videos that went viral, and they all were arrested, and now they dumbasses are all out on bond. 70 sheriffs. 70.
That's crazy. That's real crazy.
I'm in the wrong field. I'm in the wrong field. I need to be. I'm in the wrong field. I'm in the wrong field. If you, so, just walk with me for a second.
Mm-hmm.
You go through training as a sheriff. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming over. Come. Y'all, imagine you go through your training as a cop, as a cadet. You know, you go to your to the academy, you go through as a cadet, you become a police officer, you do your on the street stuff, you do all this, and you amass all these promotions, and you ended up at the sheriff, and you got all this knowledge, and you take all that and go get a PPP loan
because you think you know how to freak it. You know that side of it, so.
Yeah, Nisha. Yeah. And they all got caught. So your people, the same training that you amassed, so did the people that's investigating you. That's doing. Yo, we gotta do better, y'all. I mean, free money is free money, but it ain't free money.
It ain't free money.
Oh, I have a question for you. Will you go to a jail themed cell 9 where you walk into the jail? You sit down. They feed you on trays. They give you the shit that look like jail food, but it's supposed to be a great cuisine.
I'm good. I have my fill of jail. I was there once a month for 2 years visiting in the visitation room at a prison. I'm good. I don't need the food was not. I had to get vending food. I didn't get jail food, but
I thought they were above the law and they were untouchable. Absolutely. Okay, so. I have a question for the males that's on here. How do you figure out who gets raw dogged?
Please let me know.
How do you figure
interested? How do you put following dot what's all that? Yes.
How do you figure out who you give raw sex to?
Okay. I'll briefly answer this. I'm not the type of person. I like where I'm old school. You know, I'm the early age of when AIDS was like the feared thing, and it's still in my brain. So, I always ask is like pretty much if the woman wants to do it, we can do it. You know, but the main thing is like I have to be. There has to be a good comfortability with it. So only one girl, well, 2 girls, ladies, that I went raw for a brief moment because of the simple fact. Yeah,
just get that clear.
Yeah, they're ladies. I respect them like that. So, The first one, she says, "Look, we can do that." She was, because
You can go without.
yeah, we
Okay.
can do it. But in my head, it's like, I just want to do it briefly, because again, there is a difference.
Is there?
Yeah, there is, of course, the
Yes,
difference
there
between
is.
the condom and stuff, because it was a whole weekend, and we were using condoms, and then, one of the sessions we had, she said, we can go out for a bit, and it was like, okay. The second one, it was spur of the moment, all that stuff, no time, and we were just in the heat, but again, it was a brief moment, because again, my mental brain cells is like, I don't want to get her pregnant, I don't want to get anything, so I think nowadays, and especially those in our generation, for whatever reason, they think the holy God of Magic Johnson and whatever the hell he was taking, you say, hey, you can get AIDS and still live. And it's like, no, he has a lot of money and was able to afford the pills at the time that when he caught it. So they feel like, in addition with that, let's put it that way, and the amount of porn that a lot of people have been watching, they can go raw dog any day of the week and is not realizing the consequences after that. Everyone likes to see the end product, but not realizing the whole thing leading up to it and what happens after it. And I have taken my time with it. I don't have a lot. My bed notch has very limited markings on it, as everyone would say, or in modern day sense, my body count is very low because of the simple fact is like I'm concerned about a lot of things, and I do not want to have 50 billion kids out there for no reason and not knowing where they are, and pretty much be upset and kill a judge for no damn reason.
Way to bring it back around.
Yeah, so yeah, I think when majority of these individuals who go raw, it's a mixture of in the heat of the moment and comfortability, but the sad part is like not fully aware and understanding or not caring of what happens before and what happens after that initial moment of intimate bliss.
So it's the woman's decision.
It should be mutual, but a guy,
For
but no,
For you,
no, it's supposed to be an agreement. Let me correct that. It's supposed to be an agreement for both parties, but really it is the guy's responsibility to be packing, the proactives.
But what determines you? What makes you say, okay? Like knowing, because let's back up to what you said. You
Right,
said
right.
You're from the '80s. You remember age. You do
Yeah,
this and that,
yeah.
blah, blah, blah. So what makes her special today? Like, because AIDS is still out there. So
Right, it's
what
still out
makes
there.
This
This-
situation special.
I don't know. I really don't. Because again, think about it. You hear, I mean, a lot of guys have multiple girls with multiple kids with multiple girls, and you kind of wonder, it's like, why is she special compared to this one? I mean, it's like it doesn't make sense. No, I really think this is the simple fact of either, whatever that guy is saying to say, yo, baby, it's like remember the added statement of this is like, it feels better when it's when I don't have the whatever, or I got whatever reaction rash from using Proactive. I mean, whatever excuse they give to go raw, and to be fully honest with you, either A, you don't have $3 to go to this 7-Eleven store to get a small pack of 3-pack, but you rather be going to the judge and spend at least over $1,000 a month, for child care and all that stuff. So, or supposed child care, depending on the type of woman you deal with. So the point is, it really depends on that particular person's mindset, and it doesn't matter what age. That's the thing. Everyone thinks, oh, this young thing. It's like, no, you got old folks doing this, and doesn't make sense. I mean, mind you, you're hearing the stories about the grandparents still catching herpes or whatever known sexual disease, transmitted disease, and all that stuff because they're not protecting themselves because they feel it's like I'm old, I'm shooting blanks and or whatever they make.
It's a rise in old people getting AIDS.
Yeah,
old
so
people
yeah.
getting AIDS since they came out with the pills for the men. The men is fucking.
Right. So yeah, it is a whatever they're not being told, or better yet, they're told but they don't care. Like I remember the slide of a liquefied penis, and it still freaks me out. Yeah, that's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. But still, it yeah. So, but once I saw that, it was like, I'm gonna double protect myself. I'm gonna, wear, all that stuff. So
in this day and age, you are a unicorn. Cause, bruh, I shouldn't have to tell you. Either you should be reaching for one as I'm reaching for one when we get to that moment. And unless you are my only one and we've established our health together.
But
I
don't think people start out that way, but you have to actually make do.
Yes.
Like
there's a website I go to, even though I am sexually active, but not. So, but I go to the this Depot website, get condoms for a good decent price, and it mind you, get condoms from around the world, and it's kind of cool. So, and you get a nice little tin can or whatever. It used to be a tin can, now it's plastic, and stuff like that. And you can just have them, and mind you, they don't expire for next.
And have them,
yeah, they'll be there for they don't expire for the next 3 years once you buy them. So it's. Again, it's not just it's supposed to be a quote unquote lifestyle to have protective sex. But the thing is, it's also the mindset of it. And really, there's a point in time where a lot of people, men or women, will sort of like lapse in judgment and say, and just go raw because of the simple fact of like whatever the excuse they want to give out there to go raw with that person.
You know what the secret is? You have to find somebody who is definitely they had a horrible experience with their kid's mom or with that baby. Because I dealt with somebody for 8 years and we never went raw dog. And I loved him. And we never. He kind of snuck one time, but that was like after the fact. And the reason why I know is because I have this terrible thing, right, that happens to me when people their bacteria is in me. It just smells like a trash can. I kept thinking to myself, if you one that's why I only date transparency. I only date one dude at a time, right? And if I'm having sex with you with no condoms, I don't go elsewhere because God has installed in me one of those devices that as soon as I step off, everything is jacked up. Like my floor is off, the flow is off, my pH is extremely off, and I just can't. I can't. Like you will know.
But I think the other thing is
cranberry juice doesn't help either.
Yeah.
No. I need to do
that stuff. I really think nowadays, I think a lot of responsibility has been shifted towards women to do all the responsibility of protecting themselves. I felt like that's the most wrong thing ever. Whatever, I don't know when or where that came about. Even though there is the female condom and all that stuff, and whatever form of initial protection did you guys get, for not getting pregnant, let alone, getting whatever disease.
I don't think men are caring about that.
That's what I'm saying. That I think they don't, and that's why I think
with it, I'm with it.
Yeah, so I think those responsibilities are out the window. Mind you,
and you know what? It is on both of us. Like I had an experience. Was telling her about it. I was like, I never had to doubt that this guy would put one on. Like when we first started messing with each other, like he had, like it was here. We both, I'm reaching on my side of the bed in my drawer to get it, and he already had one. Recently, I won't say recently, however, when it went down, I told her, I was like, yo, we go together now. And she was like, well, I said, because I said I've never, no matter what is going on, what floor play we're doing, he always got it on. I said he didn't this time. I said, and for real, I was in the middle of the act, and I was like, wait a minute, it does feel different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, well, like, hey, wait a second, like for real, I've never had to doubt that he would put it on.
Right. Once you doubt that.
But I never had to.
Yeah, because you entrusted him for doing it on a consistent basis.
Because it was on a consistent basis. Right. That anytime we was together, I was like, well, we go together now. I was like, I'm not telling you you're my boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend, but we go together.
But then again, here's the thing. You're
hitting me wrong.
Here's the other thing, though. I think even when you're in a committed relationship, that you're not, when you haven't crossed the broom or anything like that. You're just
weren't in a committed relationship.
Yeah, you're not in a committed relationship.
Me and him just was.
You just go together.
We go together now.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That I feel like even then, no, I'm still going to be covering myself because of the fact.
But we go together now.
But
continue.
No, because I feel like even though you see couples, still, you see them together, but then again, they're not married. But they have multiple kids, but you're not married. There is still that ample time where either one of you can just leave. And it's just like, okay, you're leaving. One person is going to have either one to X amount of kids because of the simple, and then you're gone because you went raw on this person for I don't know how many times and how long for whatever reason. And then you feel like, oh, I'm done with her, or she's done with me, and we're going our separate ways. But then again, there's a lot of responsibilities. You left a lot of baggage here, and a lot of little baggage in that case, and not understanding the whole ramifications of everything. If it was just for sexual pleasure, then here's a freaking bag of condoms and call it a day.
You have a care pack of condoms.
Yes.
So let me get back to the initial question. I think we get the education.
Yes, the education. You got to be educated first.
Point. How do you decide who you let hit raw? Because you didn't stop him. So how do you decide that?
I stopped him once I realized it. But no, and for real, me and him never had that conversation of us being together. It wasn't even that, or that we would ever go there. So the conversation happened afterwards. I was like,
you let him finish?
No, we put one on for the rest of the evening, but like it was, bruh, hold on. Like I don't feel the rubber, I don't feel the plastic, I don't feel, you know what I'm saying, like what's going on? And he was like, I was just going with the flow. He never, 2 years, never.
Do you feel? This is a question for the two of you and anyone else who wants to call in 301-761-1040. Do you feel trusted or do you feel trust? Do you feel like, dang, is it like you pop your collar, this nigga trust me, like, or do you feel trusted? Like you trust him. Like what does that signify when you don't
If I would have let him finish,
yeah.
It probably would have been, I mean, I went through all of that. I felt the trusted part, and I felt that I trusted him. Yeah. However, the reality came in. It's like no matter how much you trust him, you still don't know. Mm-hmm. And that was what kicked in when I was like, oh, hey. Before we get too far into this, let's, let me reach over here in my drawer because you didn't reach like bruh, at one point in time before, I was like, damn, did you come with it on? Like, that's how it was always with us. So this time, I don't know. I went through that year, like, pop my collar, like, this nigga trusts me and whatever. And I just, because I don't know, because we don't talk about the others, we just was always, that's how it was with us. We have a friendship, we have a mutual respect for each other, but I don't know about his other life. So, no, you can't be in me, bro.
Okay, so second question, point B, part 2. Was there any time and point between you're that time and you finishing, do you think this nigga do this with everybody, or that you're special?
I didn't think that he does this with everybody. I didn't think I was special either. I figured in my mind it was like he said. I went with the flow. He said because he said it felt right. I didn't think, oh, I'm special.
I thought I was special.
He cares about me.
I thought I was special. I thought like I really yes. I felt just to. I thought I was special. I thought this dude really trusts me because the kind of person that he was. I felt like he would never. In my brain, I don't know why. Maybe
listen, I felt that, but I kind of went to like just. I wanted to ground myself. I didn't want to because I didn't want to start feeling anything for him, like more than what we have. So I kind of went the opposite way of what you're thinking. Like, I might be special, but I'm not going to think that. I'm just going, no. Or he tried it just to see if he could get away with, not that I'm special. He tried it just to see if I was going to let him do.
And I'm still confused there. Like, do y'all just be doing it? I just need some dude. I need some dude other than Loofah Sponge,
right?
To verify. Like, how do you determine who gets your raw penis? And is it a trust thing? Is it just a convenience thing? Is it a go with the flow thing? Like, what?
You just answer your own question. And pretty much, I mean, mind you, it's not me. They'll probably, if guys do call here, they're not gonna say it. Because pretty much
is that guy code?
No, it's not a guy code thing. Fuck guy. I do not give a shit about guy code.
Fuck that.
Because whatever you just said, those are the reasons. It's pretty much it's a whatever that particular guy's thinking at that moment in time, because the only main thing he knows full well is happening is he's getting some. That is it.
Is he reduced to that?
Yes. I mean, let's be honest with you. Why else would he? Like I said, why else there would be a particular guy going around having sex with multiple women, and in the end, it's just like full well in the end why he had sex with those multiple women because they probably had a kid with them, and especially if it's raw. I mean, a perfect example. Nick Cannon. Why would you want to have raw sex with that dude?
No, he's reckless.
That's what I'm saying. But still, the thing is like knowing full well of his medical condition, and the simple fact of it is just like, look, whatever is
looking at his bank account,
yeah, and all that stuff. But to be fully honest, is like, why would you want to go? Why would you? If it's just having sex with him, that's fine. But in the end, having a kid with him, going raw with him, just knowing full well is like you just want to have accept the fact to have a kid.
You're there to get pregnant.
Yeah. So pretty much it's like the way I see it is like unless you are a person of that stature, that's the only another reason to go raw with a person. But keeping it local. I don't get it. To me, it's just like all you're doing is causing a lot of mess in the end for yourself because of, like I said before, the possibilities of a lot of stuff happening afterwards. Not just the medical reasons, but also the emotional and physical reasons because you never know. That woman, you just went raw on. Let me correct that for all of those who are in multiple communities. Going raw on with that person, you don't know what will happen after the fact with that person and how they feel in their mental state. Like you said, you freaked out because you entrusted that person with wearing a condom. Yes. In this case scenario, it's just like if you feel like, that person's the one I'm going to go raw on, and it seemed like a predator going. It just.
Listen,
I mean, it doesn't make sense to me.
I got one right now that told me, like,
if you snatch it off, I feel raped. If you do that without my knowledge, and I just happen to know there's a difference, like, and I don't want to highlight that situation, but don't dog me like that. Mm-hmm. Like, that is not your choice. Like, and dudes do that when they behind you. even the dude that I was dealing with, that I'm telling you that for 8 years, he was freaked out. He never wanted to have another baby on this earth. He's like, no, I'm one and done, and nobody else can. I don't know what that experience was like with his kid's mom, but that Bama is freaked, and he was like, never, never, never. But then you take the opportunity this one time, I can't confirm it. I just felt different, but like to do that and not say anything, like, bro. And then tomorrow when I get up and I smell garbage, like.
Yes, like when
But
we're done, I'm used to taking it off for him and disposing of it, and it didn't happen.
Oh, he trusts you with that?
Huh?
He trusts you to just
Now, but
dudes.
at first he didn't.
No, because dudes be like, nah,
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah, and they'd be running to the
Actually,
bathroom.
I'm the reverse. I think it's sexy for a woman putting it on. So, but taking it off, it's a whole nother story. So yeah, I would rather take it off.
I
But
think dudes have been duped by women who go to the bathroom with the little turkey baster or go and,
again, that's one in a 50 billion trillion things that ever happens. And mind you, unless you are again a celebrity with a lot of bank or a person with a lot of bank account, the turkey baster shit is ridiculous. And it's like what I don't know what. I mean, I'm gonna have it, suck it out, try to put, it's stupid. It's so stupid. Yes.
Cornell says, hell, even being married, spouses be cheating and going without protection. Nisha says, that's where the concern comes into play. What or who are you doing when I'm not around? And she said, I'm that person who asks if he's doing this with other people. I want to know, but I know dude's gonna lie. But I feel special. I feel like he trusts me. I be popping my collar when dudes even, like, if dudes try. Like, to me, it's like, what the fuck? That throw me off. But a person that I like, that I know who is hell-bent, and, I mean, never going without. And here I am. Here we are.
Okay. You think that way when a guy goes raw on you. To me I view it as like he's done this to other people. That's how I view it. But again, whatever he said to you, or whatever, or not say to you, and how he makes you feel, that's
even
one
if
thing.
Religiously, you have a condom on, like we doing
Right.
religiously, and then this day,
Right.
like that, you wouldn't feel like if a woman religiously was like, he stopped you, B, you better go get that, and
Yeah.
or she's got.
I'm not gonna defend it. No, I'm not gonna.
This day,
Yeah.
it's like Christmas. It's your birthday or
Right.
whatever. Not literally, but
Right.
right. It's your birthday, and she decides that not today. She just jump on you and go to town. Like,
Right.
You don't feel like.
No, that's why I was about to say is like the two ladies that I went raw on for a brief moment. I felt special because they entrusted me.
See?
Because that's because they felt like it's like I trust him. They want, in addition to liking me enough to have sex with me, but the simple fact
Right.
of
And let him go raw.
yeah, and let him go raw. It's like, okay, so that should be the perk right there. I think a lot of people nowadays don't have that. They feel it's like let's do the act and get it over with. There's no magical moment anymore. The harps and all that stuff.
Right.
It's
Listen,
just
I
do
felt
the act.
special, but then if I'm feeling special, that'll lead me down another road that I wasn't really feeling wise that I didn't want to. So I was like, okay, you might have been special for a second. However, I had to realize what it was between me and this dude.
Right.
Like, it's been 2 years, 2.5 years, me and him on and off. Whenever it just. I had to stop that special feeling.
You probably should have threw hot grits on him and then continue. Like, you probably got to do an extreme reaction.
I gotta play grit ball with him.
Yes, you gotta throw hot grits on him. You gotta poke him in the eyes. You gotta pinch his nipples. Like, you gotta do something. He might like that.
He did.
You gotta. You gotta be extreme. You gotta pull his neck hair, or if you got hair on this situation, you gotta pull bitch. And then that's how you prevent you from going down that road of feelings.
No, I had to stop that because doing all that physical stuff ain't gonna stop my emotional feelings. However, the conversation as we was laid in the bed is like, nigga, we go together. And he got the message because after that it's been on.
Yeah.
And he been back to, let me grab this. Okay. Don't play with me.
Okay. Question number 2 of the day. What's too old to be a rapper?
Past 40.
Why?
So beginning your career or like what?
You ain't talking about. No, I mean, what's too old to if you started your career that way?
Okay, wait, yeah, okay. Redefine this question because
Yes.
what are you saying to begin one
No,
or
if
to
you-
continue
If
one?
you was
Because okay,
Jay-Z, you think Jay-Z's too old to be a rapper?
he's already established. That's what I'm gonna get at. If you're already established and you're going to the age of the 40s, the 50s, even 60s because you got to go to the old scores. I mean, mind you, a lot of people still feel your music because you've already established yourself.
Mm-hmm.
They want to, if you still got, the flow and all that stuff and you haven't lost it in X amount of years since you first started, then yeah, you can continue on. Now, if you are starting as one, hell no.
Why not?
But what if you making fire music?
Then be a producer. Don't be.
I mean, what if your rhymes is like that? Like
Again,
you can be mainstream.
if
You can be a national artist.
mind you, I think this game, the hip hop game, is a young person's game because of the simple fact of it's like one, the music, and how this you can tell the difference between what we would listen to back in the 80s and 90s to where it is now. And having a person coming in, whatever age, especially their 40s or 50s, still thinking like it's the 80s and 90s, and it isn't. Because your music is completely different. Mind you, you may get that good old school crowd and all that stuff. That's fine. But let's be honest here. It's like, dude, I mean, you're not in a time capsule. This is reality here.
Okay.
You can't go back.
Okay, let me go here. No one asked me this, but I'm gonna say it. I believe that the reason the music has changed anyway is because of availability and because of the rate at which it pays. And I don't think that the kind of music that we listen to is because it's popular. Is because that's the kind of music you can make at home. That's the kind of music, and it's popular because that he got paid doing that. So now I can do the same thing, and it's what's going on. I feel very strongly that we treat our older rappers bad. Like I don't think we should ever like that. No, hear me out. Because you made a living doing this. Just like people made a living cleaning houses. They was always maids. Like you think you shouldn't age. Like that's ageism. Like you shouldn't say you too old to be a maid. You too old to work at Target. You too old. Like who deems that? And if you're a rapper, this is and honestly, as the years go by, you become professional, you become skilled, you became the expert at this game. You're the top of your shit. Nas, these older people who can rap, can't bust the rhymes. You can rap, you can carry this. You have metaphors. You, Lil Wayne at this point, Weezy at this point. This is what you do for a living. How dare we be the ones to tell you that you can't do it because you turned 40?
Okay. Now again, you're commenting about established ones. So let me say this about that. I feel this current generation of rappers have completely disregarded the old schoolers because they don't know better. They feel like their music is whatever, but we can't understand what the fuck you're saying half the time, or maybe yet 90% of the time. You keep talking about the same things. Everybody keeps talking about the same things. But the old school rappers, everything is different. They talk about different things. They do talk about what's going on in the community up to the point about their current relationships. So,
so to that point, why wouldn't we support them?
We don't support them because of the simple fact of how the music industry and the music business is. They view things as like, we don't have an old school hip hop station anymore. Even though we, especially in this area, it's kind of unfortunate that a lot of old school music, it's always the same thing. And in addition to when it comes to old school hip hop, you barely hear it. So, except for maybe on a HU homecoming, weekend, and that's the only time you hear that stuff.
Which just passed.
Yeah, which just passed. So, but the real thing, the realness is the fact that, the business feels like the old schools, they're not either not seeing a lot anymore, they're not putting out music anymore, and it's just like, they're not really relevant and all that stuff. They make whatever excuses to keep pushing a lot of these new artists that really have no business to be doing what they're doing.
But the to your point, right? You're saying the music industry, and I'm going to get to your point, McNeil, grappling. You saying that the music industry and the producers and all that stuff, but they ain't the one buying the shit. Like it's
Right.
I think us. We can. It can
No,
be a
it's
movement.
true.
So,
Yes, it is. Well, let's say this: it's those who consume are
Yes.
younger, who's paying are adults. So because these consumers don't have the money or the means to buy all this stuff, you always keep relying on their parents to buy shit. Even though back in the day we used to, always say, "Mom, can you give me whatever?" But technically, we were buying it, we were consuming, we were enjoying it. Also, the fact most of the parents were enjoying some of the music that us when we were kids were listening to. Even though some were kind of risque, but then again, they were enjoyable and they were able to listen to too. Nowadays, I really feel like everybody's listening to it, even though they shouldn't. So,
you're forced to.
huh?
You're forced to.
Yeah, you're forced to. And I wouldn't say you're forced to, because
There's no differentiation in the music, so you're forced to. Like if you enjoy a radio station, you're gonna listen to it. If you enjoy a club, you're gonna listen to it. 'Cause it's all that they play.
I disagree.
No?
I disagree on that, because I have not listened to here in the DC area. I have not listened to KOS, PGC, or even HUR for about a good 5 years now.
That's what I said. If you enjoy those radio stations, you will listen to that.
You
Because
would,
They're gonna
yeah,
play
yeah.
what they-
Because but the thing is, they're on constant rotation. It's the
Yes.
same song every. You can have whatever top-notch mumble rapper you had at 10 will be played at 11 and will be played at noon.
and you are forced to.
You're
like
forced,
it.
but really, this is like I'm not forced, because I'm able to go to my phone or go to whatever Sirius and go somewhere else, or better yet, make my own damn playlist. Yes, back in the day, we can make our own shit, because of the fact is your music is garbage. I listen to J-pop nowadays because of the simple fact is even though I do not understand Japanese, but still I like their beats, I like the music, and I like that vibes. And I feel like you have to be different and hear things differently to either appreciate music more so nowadays than ever.
Well, I think so as far as rap is concerned, like our old school rap, I think the reason why it is not as popular is because the stories that they were telling, it's already been told 1,000. That story has been told. That lifestyle, people don't live no more.
Right.
So now, whatever this new stuff is, that's their lifestyle, which is what Tweety was saying. Old school was about cars and styles. New school is about murder and sex. And then McNeil Grappling says, I think the people decide who makes it as a rapper. If you're older and the people buy and stream the music, then you will. And he said, I know these old school reunion concerts be sold out and it be lit because, and that is to your point, that you have to be away from it to understand what you appreciate.
Right.
Like not having LL Cool J just had they said that concert was dope. To not have his style of rapping, come on Ludacris, so I can go to your concert. To not have that, you will appreciate it more. And then I want to say, the radios are failing us. The radio stations are failing us. They're supposed to grab music, new and old, and disseminate it to us. They're failing us, and we just
everything is paid unless you're paying me to play your artist music.
Even though they say they're not doing the payola scamming anymore, but really it is. Going back to one of the viewers said, no, whatever has been said back in the 80s is being said today. So it's just that, the streets are different, the streets are younger, or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's the same shit over and over again. They're talking about sex, drugs, and rock and roll, no matter what. Everybody's the same. It's just different people are saying it. So
there's that saying that says our generation of rappers rapped about the drug dealers and the lifestyle and how they had to do and try to get out of it. The new rappers are the drug users.
Right. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. They're getting high. You know, they have,
and that's what they're rapping about. You know.
Yeah. So again, it you know, whatever, doesn't matter the progressions, but still in a sense, you know, they're still talking about the same thing. The thing that makes them the thing that's different is who's rapping it and how they're rapping it and how they're presenting their art. You know, again, you know, when Tone showed the video of him going to see LL Cool J, Queen Latifah, Moni Love, the way they flowed, the way they rapped, the way they presented themselves, you know, in addition, it was entertainment, and that's the other key.
Twerker in the building.
Yeah,
exactly.
Booty shaking.
No, they had you had the, you know, old school dancers back in the background. Well,
twerkers.
Twerkers. Yes, they won't. No, they. That's what it said.
In the stands, like
but so there's no former strippers trying to get seen and all that stuff. I understand that.
Yes.
But the key thing is like they did entertain us. Now it's just like one person going back and forth. Mind you, let's say the male rappers just going back and forth with your DJ in the background, rapping a whole bunch of one hype dude. You may have whatever stripper shows up and all that stuff. Just that dude. Now, mind you, I highly commend a lot of the newer female rappers because of the fact they know full well it's entertainment. Walking back and forth doesn't work for them anymore. So they're gonna dance. They're gonna show a little bit of showmanship. And that's also, I think, the current state of hip hop or say rap is missing. There's no showmanship.
There isn't.
So yeah.
Well, speaking to what Batman is saying, let me read these comments. Batman said there is a whole agenda behind his music today, and I'm going to speak to that.
A damn agenda with go on.
There is. I'm going to tell you how I know, and I do agree with Batman where he does not. Mona, hey Mona, she said yes, Kiki. There are certain stations dedicated to just old school music, and that's because every song doesn't sound the same. And if Cornell said lots of old school is not making records because they be making more money doing shows.
Right.
Yeah. Well, money is in the tours.
Yes.
So
but
here's an episode of Drink Champs. Let me say this.
Go ahead.
And you can say what you just have to. The episode of Drink Champs that's out with Special Ed, who I used to be so in love with. Special Ed was on there, and he said that he's getting heat because NWA. He said NWA was the fall of rap. Like their era and their kind of music is what it changed rap, and that's why where we are now with rap, right? He said you don't get no more of the self-destruction videos, you don't get no more of the peace, love, and the Africa and we are the world type of thing because of that type of music. So of course Daz and Corrupt and all them got on a conference call with him and was like, yo, what the fuck you talking about? Like you getting heat, my nigga, and people down here bang with you gotta explain yourself. What he said was, and this is where I agree with Batman because of this, and I looked it up and I found it to be true, right? But he said when he was coming up, the reason why his music was the way it was because he didn't depend, like he was independent. He didn't depend on no one else. Like somebody peeped him and he was able to, in his contract, be able to finesse where his shit was his shit, which is why it sounded the way it sounded, right? He said, but when he was coming back out and he was trying to get other artists to sign under him, he said that he was in a meeting one time and one of the executives was like, sitting there not saying nothing. And he was like, I guess the conversation ended up coming up later. And the executive said, he said, I probably could get killed for saying this. And please, you can watch the episode of Drink Champs where, and you can look up on YouTube that phone call with Daz and all them. But Special Ed said that there was a meeting, and in that meeting that day, they decided that they would not take no positive rap at all. It will all be drugs. It will all be, and their agenda will be set. And moving forward, the same way like now, you don't take nothing that is not like this. They did that then, and that's where the agenda is coming from.
Okay.
You don't agree?
No. Here we are. There's always a money-making thing. And when hip hop went to gangster rap, they catered towards that. They just grabbed the money and ran with it, even though they felt like especially let's say when Two Live Crew NWA, Ice-T were getting heat from not only from state officials, but also the federal officials, because that's where we get the warning labels and all that stuff. So with that in mind, you get the simple fact that it's like, ooh, bad publicity is good, still good publicity, because it's like all that crazy heat, people are still going to buy because they want to hear, they want to know what's going on, they want to hear what they're actually saying. So at that moment in time, yeah, it was sort of like a steer plot away from positive things. Even though, let's keep in mind, there was some, there were, I think, a moment where a lot of the hardcore rappers did unite and do a positive thing. But to carry on with the conversation is the simple fact that I don't want to say there was an agenda. It's just like I said, the industry saw where the money was going. So it's like now, if it's like a lot of the industry people will say it's like, oh yeah, a lot of people are into this mumble rap and all this stuff. People want to hear that stuff, but they really don't. So when you keep force that music thing is when you have them live on, doing interviews on live radio shows, and hear these people, how they talk and all this stuff, really it's kind of like, okay, at what point in time are you not high? I mean, that's what you have to say to yourself. I've seen,
And
not
that's
only
why we don't like it, 'cause
yeah,
we're not high.
right,
Yeah.
because I've seen a lot of artists come through here, this studio, and again, those from whatever age range you can think of. And I feel like most of their dialogue is like they think they're the shit. And let's be honest, some musics are enjoyable to listen to, and other majority of the time it is not. And because the simple fact is like your music is the same as this person and this person and this person. It's a factory machine thing. It's the same. So there's no originality, there's no flow. So if you're saying there's a quote unquote agenda, I think back then, yes, because of the simple fact of how the industry was seeing where the money was going. Nowadays, even though they still use that formula, it's like, hey, wherever the money goes, that's where we're going to focus on. But in all honesty, it's like there's no proper outlet, or let's say more free outlet, because nowadays you have to get an app and may pay for it to find the artists that you really want to hear, and especially those who are local, those who are interesting and more has positive messages and stuff like that. You have to dig, and a lot of people do not have the time for that.
That's why I'm saying that I think the radio stations are failing us, because
Yes.
that is part of
That's
their
what
job.
that's
You
what
gotta
they
call
were
them.
supposed to be doing.
Hello, what up, though? Caller, talk to us.
What's up, family? What's
Hey,
going
what's
on?
up? Come on, Batman.
What's up, Naomi?
Hey.
Hey, listen, man. Listen. Oh, that mercy. This whitewashed right-wing opinion has got to stop. Rap was clean. NWA came out and kept it hood. During the time where the private prison complex was starting up, they needed to fill those prisons. It also runs parallel with the educational system that by grade 3, by the 3rd grade, they will know how many beds will be filled in these prisons. So when the correctional facilities went private, they started making more money.
Yes.
So that's when the executives are saying, no, we are going to promote drugs, killing, and deviant sexuality. It's across the board when it comes to black people. We don't have a culture. They give us our culture. And the art imitates life, or the life begins to imitate art. That is all.
Thank you, Batman. I definitely forgot that part. That he does mention that in that video and on that episode about the jails. The jails were just starting up, and it was a you wash my hand, I wash, hand washing thing.
Scratch my back, I scratch your
Yeah,
back.
it was, and we see where it's at. If you even look at, we're gonna come here with the females, right? I don't know what that is, but you can't find one female who has. I'm not gonna touch that. It's. Go ahead.
I will.
Yes,
no,
yes,
no,
please,
no,
until you touch it, because y'all know where I'm going.
Bruh, first of all, I need stop listening to these white men, and I know that they're the ones that are cutting your checks and stuff.
Yeah.
But you don't need body enhancements. If you can flow, and you are this artist, and you're telling me this story in this song,
Yes.
make your songs have a point and not just about shaking your ass and what you did with this nigga and got him for his cash or
Yes.
and all that. Like flow, give me a flow like Latifah. It ain't gotta be her flow, but flow. Give me a flow like MC Light. Like for real.
Your own.
Peter Pumpkin, and she made a song about that, but it flowed and it had some. Just give me that. Listen, I'm not mad at Meg Thee Stallion. Body is banging, whether if it's bot or not.
That's her lane.
That's her lane and everything. But and I'll give it to her. She pushes it. It's risky. However, she's classy, trashy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
She
trying
is,
to say?
yeah.
Like she shows just enough that's just on the edge, and her butt cheek might be hanging over a little, but she not trashy like some of these ones out here. Like just stop. You don't have to have the body enhancements because that's what they thought. But I mean, I guess because you're a female and these executives like you got to catch the men, you got to look some kind of way. Ladies, these niggas out here love my flat ass, so stop it.
Yep. So your turn. Touch it.
For the current state of female rapping,
Okay.
I do agree there's those executives who feel like they have to tell a lot of the upcomers they have to be like a certain way. They want, and especially when Nicki Minaj got to the forefront of this current state, this current generation, everyone said, "Oh, we want a Nicki Minaj." But the thing is like Cardi B is not Nicki Minaj. So Cardi B did her own thing. She said what her viewpoints of certain things, and like you said, she cut her own path. So, and her rap is completely different from a lot of people's rapping. Then, a lot of some of the other ones that are coming out, I'm really enjoying Lotto. I think she has a really cool flow. Mind you, she's probably doing the same thing as what Meg is doing, based off of her presentation, but her flow, some of the music she chose to perform with, and there are some things before her bigger hit set came about. You should hear some of her other stuff. I remember seeing a video of her talking about her mental state. No one talks about that. So and it was a really cool video to see that because. And the flow was,
Who we talking about? Cardi
this is
B?
Lotto.
No,
Lotto, big Lotto.
Right.
Yeah.
So again, you have to, mind you, she's a beautiful, attractive girl, and I just did a rabbit hole just enjoying her music. So it's like, okay, once you get that, you may get a sense of how their style and flow is. But true, I think a lot of industry people, they just feel like they want this carbon copy of whatever is hot now.
But she said she fell into that too, which is why she had all that surgery. She said she fell into that same lane.
Right.
She said she don't regret it, but she fell into that same thing.
Right.
Where you feel, and we see a lot of women who you see, they have low self-esteem. Like they don't like themselves. And you can see when all that stuff, when all they get all that work and they still ain't happy.
I'll give you another perfect example of that is Doja Cat.
Yeah.
Her flow, I like her style. I like everything about her. I saw on YouTube, hopefully it's still on there, her concert from Brazil. I watched the entire show, and it was great. The sad part is a lot of it's either those in the industry and also the fans outside of it keep commenting about her rap, saying she's not a real rapper. All she does is sing and all that stuff. Is like, no, she's a good rapper. And what pointed it out was she did, I think it was the BMAs a couple years ago, where she rapped over a Metallica song. That girl got flow. but a lot of people dog her out because of the fact of all her past hits are pop
and that's
hits.
what the industry is
And
putting out.
Yeah,
And
yeah. So
look,
again,
yeah.
it's just like, mind you, it's like for in this day and age of rap game, you know, if you have a pop hit, it's kind of like you're selling out. And it's like, no, because a lot of people like it. They like the flow. Mind you, it also kind of reminds me of old school rap because it was supposed to be fun and interesting. And in addition to talk about something else besides killing somebody, getting high, or trying to look for drug dealers. It doesn't make any sense to me anymore. So, but to dog how she raps makes no sense. Because to me, she kind of has that little essence of, you know, maybe a little Lonely Love here, and a little bit of, you know, Queen here, maybe some, you know, Salt and Pepper here too. But, you know, most of these female artists, they have their own lane. But unfortunately, I think they're being forced to be like other female artists, and it's kind of difficult to really appreciate their style when you're trying to make them be like everybody else.
Well, here's where they fail themselves at, because if I come out with what I feel I have to offer, the music industry will make me do what they want, and I will take that to get what I want to get to. But by that time, whatever was in my brain or whatever I was bringing to the table is now, that time has passed. So we either have to, A, be strong enough to say, you know what, I'm going to do my own, which is what you're seeing, or B, you stick to your gut and say, all right, now I'm going to do one or two of these albums, blah, blah, blah. But then that runs the risk of you creating or grabbing an audience for that. And then, so when you come out with your real stuff,
it's
ain't
not
nobody,
that. Because you know who, what's her face? Lil Mama. Yeah. She was like, they said I wanted it so bad and had these executives ready to sign. And he's like, and they always would make me do the pop hip hop, you know, the something that is going to grab and cross over. That always in her videos, if you ever paid attention to her videos, she always would cut to where she was rapping just to show like I can flow. I'm doing this song and my lipstick is popping and all that, but I really can flow. She was like, I tried to put my, you know, like I'm not just this cute little girl they found off the street here and rap this song about my lipstick is popping and make a hit for them that's going to be money. She's like, she's like, I wanted to be able to show my talent. She's like, and I had to play their game and tried to do this, you know, and for real, it's who they choose that they want to.
Right. And unfortunately, when you do that, again, you've seen rappers who come out and they, like, we've seen people who come out and they don't really rap, they sing. But in order to get here, I had to take this singing gig, and then now you create an audience behind you singing. You try to rap, you like, you corny as stuff. Like basketball players who do that. Like a lot of that stuff.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
Don't come for my baby.
I'm coming for your baby.
Don't come for my baby.
I'm coming for your baby. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Like it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. And if you want to find a different music, like you say, you got to subscribe to these apps and blah, 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 whatever. And it just came to my brain as I was reading one of these comments why I think Facebook did what they did. I think we were saying racy stuff about Israel. I think the comments we was making, like kind of the joke, I think that's what it was. Why they kicked us off there. They just I just thought about it because I think this is Chip, or it might be even Tone. It was like, what did y'all do to get kicked off of Facebook? I almost got blocked for sharing the show. And I think that's what it was. What you was thinking that too?
Yeah. Again, a lot of people are sensitive about this situation, even though they don't fully understand it. I mean, Chip, you know, 2 weeks ago mentioned the fact that it's like, look, we don't know the full ordeal. No, it's beyond our reasoning of why they're doing what they're doing, especially, you know, with this group, you know, involved with it, meaning Hamas.
Yes.
So I sort of like, look, hope it's not much damage or whatever out of it, but unfortunately probably will be, and you know, just pray for those there and hopefully they get out of it.
And you know, you don't realize how many people that 6 degrees of separation from people there. Like my coworkers, when I start seeing, you're unaware until you're aware. Mm-hmm. Like if this had never took place, I would have never even realized you have the Star of David on you, or you have this. I would have never realized that until now. And then even I watch the news every morning at 4:00, right? And I started to see the extension through the broadcasters, their families, like the local guy in the store, like Americans who were here, like the little young guy that that was in the one of their armies. I don't remember whose side. He was in one of their armies, and they called him he was a troop. They called him. He got killed. A young boy.
He was in like their reserves or something.
Their reserves. Yeah.
And,
You saw that too.
Yeah, I did see that.
I know one guy. He's a former colleague. He has family in Israel, and he goes there pretty much at least once a year. So I know he's probably going through it in addition to Chip. This weird thing on the other side, and based off of being banned, a lot of people probably know this. So a well-known local porn star by the name of Mia Khalifa, she got kicked off her top-notch platform of Playboy because she was pro-Palestine. So, and
Be careful with that.
yeah, well,
Just the fact that she verbalized it.
yeah, she verbalized it, posted, and everything, and Playboy was like, we're not dealing with, but we're not down with that. So, I get the fact of how certain companies are going to do what they're going to do because they don't want to either sensationalize the situation, which they shouldn't. No, if there's nothing's interesting, I don't want to say interesting. Nothing just make all that stuff.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think this day and age of broadcasting any type of warfare is getting way overhand. I mean, mind you, we'll blame the Vietnam War because it's like we need to, we're going over here. It's different from where World War II and the Korea War. Well, yeah, pretty much World War II was more like we were, getting those film reels, and they're usually come by like they were like coming in like good couple weeks later than what actually happened.
Yeah. Now we're in
Here
real
you're
time.
getting we're alive from all that
Oh
stuff.
wait, I gotta get in the bomb shelter.
Yeah. I mean,
So, yes.
those days, since Vietnam on, it's like, as much as I want to be informed, I don't need to be overly informed on this. Because be honest, even those who are covering it, mind you, they're covering on the war on the ground or whatever. But really, it's like understanding the fact of what this whole thing's all about still doesn't make any sense. And to me, it's just like, if this is all about land, I literally said, it's like, I told this to Chip a long time ago. It's just when the last time they had this incident, I said, just give it to them and leave them alone. That's it. But no, there's a whole bunch of this, and this going on, and it's more than just normal red tape. It's a mess. It's a billion-year mess. Because
it is.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, it's not a simple solution of just like, here, live your life and move on. It's not going to happen.
Well, in hindsight, I want to say that if I said anything that seemed remotely insensitive, I don't remember me saying anything sensitive. But if I said anything that came off as insensitive, I want to apologize. And
that is not our intent.
No.
And making light of the situation, if you thought we were joking and it was in a bad taste for you, sorry, because that's not what we were with our purpose in our intent was.
No. Another question: how much free food is it acceptable to take without looking greedy? Like when you at a party or you at a function, and how much free food is it?
How much I could sneak
and get away with? How much can you take without looking greedy or looking damn? You understand the question?
Okay, okay. This is not a buffet because you're paid for that.
This
is like a function, a function.
You
okay.
coming in and how much?
Okay.
How many plates can you take or eat?
Honestly, I take home or just to eat at the time.
Either or, because everybody's looking at all of it.
Okay.
Damn, this nigga up there again.
Okay. Well, let's say perfect example since Thanksgiving is coming about, and if you're going to family or friend's house and all that stuff, so. For me, it's a simple at max, maybe go up for two, eat there 2 times, and then to take home whatever they feels like. Hey, take as much as you. If they say take as much as you can, that's what I'm gonna do.
Are you answering as a man or are you answering for people?
I'm answering as me.
So what about women? Like if you saw, because I'm a woman, what if you saw me go up twice? And then I got like, what if you saw me?
If I came and my plate looked like this.
Yes.
and I got 2 of them in my
You
hand.
done already. She done ate twice. You know.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
done,
but
you done
you
peeked
did
her.
one. You knew the food was good, and this is like and especially if you're trying something different, because mind you, a lot of people would do that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to question that.
You're not,
And
you
if
don't
you're gonna
judge it
take
at your house. If
it's-
I'm at your house, you got your fare out, and here I am. Me and Nomi over here, and we big girls. We over here getting, and we go back, and then one of your guests brings it to your attention, like, hope you got enough, because they getting busy. And then you see me leave out and ask you, like, you wouldn't.
No, because
'Cause
it's
it's
like
very
they knew
easy.
it was good.
Okay.
If they ask us like, hey, where can I get this? I'll tell if it's catered or if I made it, I'll say, yeah, here's the recipe or here's the place I got it from, all that stuff. So, but I would question this aspect if you bring you come to the event and I see you with a big bag with a whole bunch of plastic containers in there, and I'm wondering, he's like, okay, this you've been pre-gaming this shit, and then I go cry.
Don't judge me.
Everybody is saying
Don't judge me.
no more than 2 plates, and then Tweety said you don't take a week worth of food from people's house, like you just do it. And I'm asking. It's funny this question been on here, right? But I was asking because yesterday we went to go watch football, right? And Corey cooked. Corey had chili, whatever, and I went and got 1 bowl, and I was like, golly, this is good. So now I go and make my plate, right? So Corey comes over. He's like, oh, he wants you to take some to Tone. I didn't tell him that Tone wasn't going to be here today, but I took another plate anyway. Sorry, Corey, I lied. This food was so good. And I promise you, I felt bad because I literally had a week's worth of food. Not literally, but I had two. I had two.
Yes,
two
and that's what I said. It
containers.
depends. If listen, a plate, maybe 2, just because everything you're telling me take something of everything. Now, if it's at the end of the event and the people was like, I'm not taking this food home,
Right.
Mind your business.
then he's like, I don't care how much it like, and here's some to-go containers. Bro, you going to, I'm going to ask you got a bag? Because
Yeah,
I'm feeling
mind your business.
Right.
I'm gonna do
mind
what
your
you
business,
ask.
because
Right.
Tweety, I am taking some food.
So
home for the rest of the week.
is it 2? Are you saying 2 you can take home, or 2 ups and backs, and then
two up
Two
and
up and
back,
back,
yeah,
yes.
and then whatever again, like
And then 2 to
then we
take
said,
home.
if it to me it's like it's a hey, I'm not keeping this. Take as much as you can. I'm good. Just like take it home with you. That's fine. But I do have concerns of those who pregame that shit. No, they claim, even though nothing was said, like, hey, you can take it home. But those who have their
I feel
in
judged.
plastic containers, and
I feel
you,
judged.
next thing you know, you see him like, going after the crab legs like it's
Yes!
nothing. And
Like
I was
40
what the
going
hell?
off.
Yeah, it's like.
Like
Yo,
Terrell said, don't
wait a
walk
minute.
in with Tupperware. Or
Yeah, so there are people who do that, which I don't get.
There's certain people, I'm going to tell y'all right now, there's certain people and there's certain that I know that they're going to make that, I'm sorry. Like we was having, we got away from doing potlucks at my job because I'm not trusting Susan.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there's a coworker who her family cooks, and I've had it all the time. So in my purse, I had the big... I had my Tupperware, and I made my to-go plate first.
If I know you bringing that dip that I like,
Yeah.
I would just call and say, hey, how much would you charge me
Just for my own,
for
but
my
yeah.
own little situation? Or when you come there, I will attack you first,
Yes.
and then put that away. Like
Exactly. I'm
I
making my
nothing.
to-go first, and then, but I'm not going into having 3 or 4 plates when everybody gets it.
Here go Nisha. I'm taking a plate for Pookie in there.
And Pookie and them don't exist. So.
Max said, I typically don't take any food at all because sometimes the host is sitting there literally begging folks to take the food. And then Mona said, and if you're going to take a plate, do not roll up empty-handed. Oh, bring a bottle, napkin, something. Don't just come through with an empty stomach. Okay. We will take a plate. Do we?
Yeah.
We got a caller? Oh, hello. Who we talking to?
Yo, what's going on?
What's going on?
What's
What up?
happening, ladies? This is Will.
Hey, Will. Talk to me. What up?
I'm like, yo, go to a lot of parties, especially how biker parties are.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, 2 plates should be sufficient. That's it. Anything past 2, you getting greedy.
No,
You
two
know what
up
I'm
and
saying? If
back.
they,
So you got to be specific. Is it 2 while I'm there, and then 2 to take, or what you saying? 2 period.
it's two while you there, and if they have some left over, like they said, at the end of the night, and people pretty much gone, they got a lot of food over, then you take you one.
So
Other than that, no, it shouldn't be no more than 2 plates, because
no, but
you start to look,
listen, Will, listen, hear me out.
yeah,
So like yesterday, right? They had 97 things to choose from, and just
okay,
it would. I wanted a little bit of a lot. I want a little bit of a lot of everything, right? But it was enough on that
got
one
you.
plate. So now the up and back, that was one. Because I did half, and I had to go back for the
Right.
other half. That's one. It looked like 2 where you sitting at, but that's
Well, no, in that case, like you said, you got all those varieties, so all those choices. It's a little different because you want to taste a little bit of this and that. You know what I'm saying? So I can feel you when you got that many, items to choose from, and you want to taste a little bit of this and that. When you start going into like you said, maybe 8, 10 different, products, and you start doubling up and you piling up stuff, and you got 2 plates.
Hey,
You
that
go
seafood
one,
salad was on
come
point.
back with another one. You sitting there and it's piled up, and then you want to take home with stuff. It gets a little that's greedy.
So
That's
what do
point
you
blank
say?
greedy. That could be women and men.
What do you say? What do you say as you're the host and you just see me? I'm getting busy. I got enough food for
If
everybody.
I'm the host,
what
I'm
do you
stopping
say,
you.
Will?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you, yo, sweetie, hold on. Why don't you wait till the end of the night? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get something right now. Wait till the end of the night. We got some left over, sweetie. I'll let you take some home. But it ain't looking good for you right now.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? It's not really looking good for you
So
because
as
it's
a
just
man,
a bad look.
as
I
a
mean, especially
man,
from a woman's point of view. When I look at ladies eat, I understand they want to get their eat on, but when they start pounding their plate and then I see them go back,
Oh,
I'm like,
you
whoa.
be judging.
I'm not, okay, hold up. I'm not trying to judge. I'm just saying,
Yes,
I'm the host. I'm the host, right? So
Yes.
you sitting here, I'm watching you. I'm watching everybody. Don't get it twisted. I'm the host. I'm watching everybody. But if I'm sitting here like, okay, I want everybody to be able to get their feel and then, taste the food, and I'm sitting here and you and your girls over here trying to monopolize my food, I'm like, yo, what's going on? Get you a plate, enjoy, go back and get you another plate, enjoy, and then sit in the cut. If we got something left over to take home, hey, by all means, grab at it.
What?
Hey, come on now.
What?
Just,
So listen, because
come on.
I be feeling like I'm a big girl, so I do feel like people will be checking to see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But what? Y'all be.
But we don't look at the size. I don't look at the size of the ladies. I don't judge the size at all because you can look at a big, thick woman and she might eat like a half a plate or one plate
Yeah,
compared to a little small honey. She up there trying to pile. She putting stuff in her pocketbook. She got her girls in the cut taking stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
not in the
yeah,
pocketbook.
I ain't gonna judge you off your size at all. I'm just
Alright.
saying, my thing is, be mindful, be courteous. You know what I'm saying? Just, you go to a party, you don't want to look over anxious to eat. Just get your little eat on, come back later, get your other eat. Because I feel 2 plates at any party should be a minimum.
Okay.
That's just 2 plates because you want to taste here and there. And at the end of the night, they have some left over. It's cool. If not, hey, you enjoyed that. Keep it moving.
Because here's how I do. Here's my, so people can know. I'm going to put myself out here, right? If I go to a place
Okay.
that there is alcohol, when I come through the door, I got to find what I can eat. Because I don't drink
Right.
first. I want to drink, but I want the drink to sit somewhere. I want it to have somewhere to sit, right? So if I get tipsy, I got to get another plate so they can sit on that. Like it can soak up what ain't getting soaked. Because once if you don't drink and then you drink, I think whatever that thing is in your head, you're hungry again, and then it needs somewhere to
Right.
sit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying?
It still can be done. It still can be done tastefully. You know what I'm saying? Just if you're a drinker, you just kind of like pace yourself with the food that you're eating. Because you want to absorb the alcohol, like you said, especially if you're driving. You know what I'm saying? But you want to absorb the alcohol with the food. But I just don't want you to get over. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm sitting there watching you over there tearing the stuff up. I'm like, damn. I mean, did
Okay.
she eat before she left?
So what
No.
about your liquor? What about your liquor? Do you hover over your liquor? Like what about your liquor? If people come in,
My
it's
liquor,
it's a party, and you got.
I'm not as bad with liquor to a certain extent. Now, if I keep seeing you go up and up and you sucking out, dude, yo, bring that down, bro. You know what I'm
And
saying?
don't
Bring
be
that
coming
down.
and
We ain't
drinking
gonna
some
have
shit
that.
listen, you
You
can't
ain't
come to
picking
my
up
house
on the
and drink
liquor.
shit that you didn't bring either. Don't bring a bottle of wine and think you drinking liquor.
Exactly. You right about that. Yo, you want to drink liquor? Bring liquor. You bring wine, get a couple of glasses of liquor, you done. You ain't gonna sit here and monopolize my stuff. Believe that. I be watching
bring
you
the
drink,
liquor you drink.
especially if I'm running the bar.
And bring the liquor you drink. Don't be bringing cornets or hornets or whatever.
Burnets.
Don't be
Oh,
bringing
hey, my
burnets.
thing is, don't be bringing no low garbage to my party. Oh, don't bring. I like the top shelf. Don't be coming with no whack, those junk, barnets and stuff you got in the corner. No, you better bring some Ciroc and all the good stuff, bro. Don't play that at no party.
Do you intentionally, like if I brought barnets in, do you intentionally watch me to see what I'm drinking?
Because I'm here, baby. Here, let me drink. Let me pour this.
Yo, if I see you,
don't go over here and think you're gonna get my white Henny and you brought some damn strawberry burnets.
If I catch you walking in with the barnet, I'm going. If we know each other, I'm like, yo, I know the hell you didn't bring that shit to my party. Please tell me you didn't bring that, expecting you to drink something from my party. You put this barnet, bro. That ain't happening.
You better tell me.
Let's be real, dude. That ain't happening.
Listen, you better tell me that's the only bottle you had, and there's moonshine in it, but all you had to put it, to put it in
the transport.
Yes, the transport wasn't.
Yo,
because
you gonna drink from that barnet all night, dude. You bring barnets, you drinking from that barnet. I'm not putting that in my rotation. I'm not.
Because it's gonna be.
And for you to do that,
you.
that shows how much respect you have for me. Because I don't flow like that. My parties don't roll like that. So you come in here with this barnet, you must have come in with some other dude. Hey, bro, you gotta drink that all night. Work it out.
All night, and no, don't come over here thinking that you're gonna get some of this Ciroc, some of.
And you get some ice. You get the cup and some ice.
Right. Not even Saveco or Smirnoff. Bro, you better drink this.
You better hit that barnet. I got some cup and ice. I even give you some chaser. But you're not hitting none of my top shelf or none of my good stuff.
Appreciate you. Thank you, Will.
Go somewhere.
All right, ladies. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you. You too. Oh, boy.
Okay, wait. I just got somebody DM'd me. Mm-hmm. They're watching, and they said that he said he's watching, and I said you judging too, and he just laughed. So I'm wondering if women are judged more harshly. Is what I was trying to get. But to your point, I like your point. You said if the food is good, like people should be popping their collar. Like, dang, y'all like my shit. That's how I am. Please eat more. Please eat more. Like I don't really care. And honestly, when people have talked and danced and rapped over all the food, like I'm good on that. We all can eat it. It's nowhere to keep all that food. Well, it's another 5 Monday. We have 5 more minutes, and in those 5 minutes, we're gonna go to do a few no, because I think we did all those. And I didn't redo them. Let's go through some Did You Knows. Normally, let's do 2. It's like page 16, 17, and 18. Okay. Let's go for just 2. You do 2, and I'll do 2, and then we get out of here. Alrighty.
So pick any one you want.
Did you know masturbation is known to darken the color of penises compared to the color of the body? I did not know.
Did you know that?
And that's on both male and females?
Well, only penis.
Oh, it's a penis. Okay, it's only on male. I was about to say, damn, I gotta
penis.
stop.
I'm a female.
Had to think of.
Did you know you should not squish ants indoors? Why? Because ants actually collect dead ants and bury them. Also, when you squish them, they give a scent that attracts all of their other ants in their colonies, and they coming to see you. They're gonna come see you. I knew that about bees. I knew that about ants. You knew that. Okay. Go ahead.
Bruh, I'm reading some of these. These are all Kiki-isms because this is unnecessary stuff that you didn't need to know, but it's funny to know.
No.
So wait, I'm gonna skip that one.
Okay.
But the one that caught my eye, and I don't know why. Snails breathe through their feet.
Snails? Yeah. Through its foot. You only got
through
one.
its foot. I'm sorry, snail. Why do I need to know that?
Did you know that fishes cough?
What?
I don't know why you didn't know that.
The stuff you did not need to know, but we do know.
Come on.
Let's see.
Despite its hump, camels have 8 spines. Did you know that?
Oh.
Come on, Nomi, because we only got a few minutes now.
There are 119 grooves in a quarter. Who counted? Who counted?
Did you know that Goofy is actually a cow and not a dog? And his name is George. It's George Jeef. Goofy is his nickname. You knew that. Yeah, Goofy.
Everyone think Goofy was a dog now. Yeah,
I
Pluto's a dog, but Goofy is a dog.
You know what? Now it makes sense. I was like, well, how is a dog owning a dog, and why is a dog walking a dog?
Yeah, Goofy, because Goofy's a cow.
Okay.
Okay. Did you know that Antarctica is covered in a sheet of ice that's 7,000 feet thick? That's about 19 football fields thick.
Wow. Now, did you know that grapes light on fire in the microwave?
What?
Did you know grapes light on fire in the microwave?
Did
Who
you
tried
know-
it?
Did you know that if you replace the W in the words when, where, and what with a T, you answer your own question? When, where, and what, and it becomes then, there, and that. That's the answer to when, where, and what. Y'all get it?
Bruh, oysters can change from one gender to another and back again.
Yeah. My last did you know is, did y'all know that Winnie the Pooh was a girl? Did you know that?
No.
No.
Okay. All right, y'all. Another fine Monday. We'd like to say thank you to Nomi for stepping in for Tone. Next week, we're going to see who's going to be here because he would not be here next week either. Sorry about the Facebook thing, y'all. If y'all get a chance, go back and look at the show because you can catch the whole show on
YouTube?
Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and also on Beltway Radio and Beyond's site. I'm Kiki!
I'm Nomi.
And that's Lufa Sponge. We out, y'all. Bike night this week. Bike night.